is number 12 on the scale of the competitiveness index. Yes, yes. Sure, you face many problems to reach this degree. How you overcome these problems?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, it's not something that just happens overnight. You know, it's something that society is working on for many years. Denmark is a small country, 5.6 million people, and we are a very open economy. We have our businesses are basically geared to export, and we have for many years actually been one of the best in terms of innovation and sophistication of our products. It actually started very much back in the 70s, so more than 40 years ago. Denmark, you know, had a good development also at that time, but during the oil crisis, Denmark was 100% dependent on oils, and we had major problems. I mean, our economy basically came to a standstill because we couldn't get this efficient energy for production. So we decided at that time that we wanted to change completely our economy away from the traditional, you know, some kind of an economy to a green economy, to green and high tech basically. Yeah? So a lot of what we're doing today is actually benefiting from the big change we made more than 40 years ago. So today actually we are competitive on a number of different areas, especially within renewable energy. We have the maritime sector is huge. I mean, we have companies like Maersk, whom you know very well here, is a big supporter of the Suez Canal as well. And we have companies like Vestas, the biggest company for producing of windmills. And I could continue like that. Our Danish companies basically have been able to, in the past 30 or 40 years, to transform their businesses to be modern, to be relevant for not only for Denmark but for EU and for the rest of the world. Yes. So of course, you know, many things need to be done to change a society like that. That we today are number 12. Of course, you know, if you look at the other indexes, you know, of course we are managing very well on all of them. And one thing, of course, that is very important is your educational system. So in Denmark, we have for free, of course. I mean, universities are free in Denmark. Any schools in Denmark are free, and in that sense, somehow we try to guarantee that everyone can have an education, and then I think the dialogue between the universities and the vocational training and the businesses, you know, figuring out what do we need to be able to be competitive also in the future. I think this is really some of the ingredients, you know, of a successful society. But of course there are many more, but this is one of them.
May I ask a question about the innovation? How do you support the innovation and you help the children to create their innovation?
I mean, it's a question again of having a system where you create creative minds, basically, yeah. And many young people.
It's different from the education. Education you can put a system, but innovation, how you put a system?
I think it's a question of teaching the young kids about, you know, also be able to think independently. Innovation often comes when you have good ideas, when you have an you know, entrepreneurial spirit, that you believe that, you know, things can change, that you can actually, you know, create things. So if you would go to Denmark, you will see a number of small startups, you know, a number of small companies, you know, starting up with a good idea. And I think this is really, you know, the backbone of all societies. The same in Egypt here. You see many small entrepreneurs where they have a good idea and they, you know, enter into the and then of course, so it is a question of translating a good mindset to a business basically. And this is where somehow, you know, we from the Danish side have been doing a lot, trying to get the good idea into a production line basically, yeah, so that you can in the long run also benefit from all the good ideas that we have, that all societies have, you know, that you have here in Egypt. So yes.
Thank you, Excellency, Ms. Suzanne Shine. It was really good. Thank you.
And you're welcome.
All the best. Thank you.